Forget the males and their egos. What you need is a female hero. My dear fellow Americans, my name is Atalanta, daughter of Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, and daughter of the people. I am not just here today because I need your help. I am here because our country needs your help. I have not come just to ask for your vote. I have come here to address the issues that we find so dear in our hearts, and that we, as the American people, will take pride in resolving to lead our country forward. One of the many issues that our country faces is the current situation with the terrorist group ISIS. As many of you already know, we've been launching military airstrikes against ISIS for quite some time now. We have not done enough as a country to end this crisis. In order to resolve this issue, we must take further action. We must send in ground troops. We must ensure that ISIS will not continue their reign of terror over the innocents of the Middle East. My personal experiences hunting in the wilderness and dealing with elusive prey has allowed me to understand and effectively employ the benefits of taking down a target at short range, like when I took down that boar. Just as I weakened the vile creature, our American troops can swoop in and take down critical ISIS bases and resources to stop them from spreading their control. By utilizing both ground troops and airstrikes, ISIS won't know what hit them. We will be able to effectively and efficiently employ safe tactics to take down the terrorist organization and reinstall peace in the Middle East. I understand that some of you are concerned about the potential loss of American lives, but as the carriers of freedom, we must be able to sacrifice our best so that brave souls living under ISIS control may be freed from the tyrants and may suffer less bloodshed. Fellow Americans, I am a huntress at heart. While my instrument of choice is the bow and arrow, most of us nowadays prefer to use guns. In my mind, while gun safety has always been of high importance, we must not forget our Second Amendment right to bear arms, bequeathed to us by our founding fathers. We should never lose the right to defend ourselves and to defend others. Like my experiences in the Caledonian boar hunt, our weapons were used solely for the protection of others against the mayhem of the boar. In today's society, guns can also provide protection from harm. However, as a duty to all Americans, we must maintain lawfulness in order to keep arms away from the hands of the mentally ill, so we can prevent the national tragedies we experience with the Sandy Hook and other similar situations. I am sure that we, united under the proper leadership, can find a way to promote gun safety with more gun training and gun education while preserving our well-deserved Second Amendment right. For America to continue our success as a world power, we must ensure that each and every one of our dutiful citizens has equal opportunities, without any discrimination towards his or her gender. As a maiden myself, I have experienced the injustice associated with inequality. In my youth, I was subjected to unwanted attention from a plethora of suitors. Luckily, I was able to outrun them and free myself from their clutches, but they always assumed that I was much weaker than they were. For our society to advance, we must erase the lines of gender stereotypes and paint a world free from discrimination. I will make it my solemn duty that wages and career opportunities are equal for both men and women, and that there will be stricter punishments for sexual battery so that none of America's daughters will have to suffer the same unwanted attention that I face. I know this hardship all too well. After being tricked into losing a foot race, I was forced to marry off one of my miserable suitors, and I ended up bearing a child. I do not regret my decision to keep my child, but I do not want other women to regret their decisions. We must give our daughters the rights they deserve, for they must not have to endure the consequences of sexual assault or a troubled home. If our daughters want to have children, then they should have the means to create a safe and loving home. We need to prioritize the support given to our daughters so they feel ready to face their futures. As citizens of the free world, we must be ready to give our daughters the freedoms that they deserve. As dutiful citizens to our great nation, we must identify and seek solutions to the problems in our society. If I can earn your vote, I vow by the maiden goddess Artemis to do everything in my power to resolve the issues and advance our nation to become even greater. Without the proper leadership, our great and powerful nation will fall to ruins, much like the Parthenon. You must act now. You must vote for the future. You must choose the correct champion to lead your country forward. That champion is the daughter of Artemis, daughter of the people.